lands or estates or properties, and complete ownership of any chattel anybody's got. You have slaves. They're not your slaves. They're your father's slaves, the father of the family. The father of the family had absolute authority. We'll deal with this more when we talk about Paul's views of women, because it shows how progressive Paul was in that culture. But the father, the ruling father, the Godfather, he has complete ownership and control of everything. And so what would happen in an adoption is you would take someone out of one family and you would move them over to another family. And the adoption process was very elaborate. Richard, come here. If I wanted to adopt Richard, I was going to use Lewis as an example, but he's older than I am. If I was going to adopt Richard, the adoption process would not simply be, hey, buddy, I want to adopt you. I would have to go to his... I would have to go to his father and cut a deal. And the process itself would be his father first disowning him, releasing him, and then I would adopt him. And the Roman law was real weird. It said before the father has truly released him, he has to release him 3 times, then he can never claim him again. So after I adopt him, I release him so the dad could release him a second time, and I would adopt him. Then release him a third time, then I adopt him, and he's mine for good. I own him, and I own his children, and I own his children's children, and I own any property he's got. I own it all, because when he comes in, his original family's gone, and everything he's got, his possessions and his debts. If he owes Lewis $5, when I adopt him, I'm not just taking his possessions, I'm taking his debts. Now I owe Lewis $5. Go sit down, I'm going to make Lewis an offer he can't refuse. That is, in the movies, that's why Frank Sinatra, maybe, goes to the Godfather and says, hey, I need your help, Godfather. But the Godfather expects him to understand that all things come back to the ruling father. That's the last vestige we've got of the Roman culture. Now, all possessions, all debts, they all get transferred, and the adopted son, I want to tell you 3 things that happened. The adopted son becomes